Welcome back.
It's been a long time.
A hot minute.
9 months or so.
Enough to have a baby.
Yeah, so we're back. It's been a long time. Today this evening we are in Yannis' new flat near Wadestown. Come a long way out. We missed the bus.
Henry was getting some caramel slice from the fridge that he made.
You made the fridge?
For our new viewers, this is Yannis.
Well, he's been here the whole time.
You're supposed to introduce him.
You say
Do you want me to just introduce you?
what's been going on in his life?
Yannis has recently moved into this house. Yannis does bouldering. Is it bouldering?
Yeah, man.
Just free climbing.
A little bit.
A little bit of free climbing, dabbling. He has a lot of Lego flowers. Can confirm. And he's pretty mean dude. In the good way.
This is Chris. He has red hair. He's got glasses. You probably can't see much right now. He's a Catholic. He does.
That's the end goal.
It's the end goal.
Not just yet.
So he's becoming a Catholic.
He's on the way.
I did not know this was gonna be dropped like a minute and a half into it. Let's crack up.
He's currently doing Lent. He only gets to eat sugar on Sundays.
I'm cheating.
Why do you cheat? Oh, true.
I thought it was
He drank some alcohol a few minutes ago.
some because I've never tried some Jägermeister. It was so nice. So I'm a big fan of that now.
Ah.
It's good to find these sort of things you resonate with.
Yeah, he's a very cute fella. And he's the only one of us, as far as I'm aware, who can grow a half-decent beard.
That's the point.
Well, none of you have really tried. You can't.
I can't.
You can't, and you can't. So there you go.
I haven't even tried. Why would you?
Okay, well these two can't. You haven't tried. There you go.
Thanks.
So this is Henry. Henry's a cool fella. He's had a little bit of rough history around haircuts. So he often goes to a barber. Then he'll say he doesn't like it, so he just shaves it off, or gets one of us to shave it off. And then the next time he'll go to the same barber, and the same thing will happen. This has happened on a couple of occasions, but enough to make it, make a lasting impression on the history of this.
I think so.
Almost as many haircuts as Chris Bailey himself.
Oh, his hairstyles, do you mean?
Yeah, and haircuts.
I've gone through some hair.
It's like
Yeah.
completely different haircut, and I'm like, wow.
Wait, when?
Just I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I saw you had something different.
Oh. What you? Okay, I wish.
Maybe your hair just grows really quickly.
Yeah, it does. Oh, I suppose it does. Well, I did. No, what? No, I got a haircut like a month ago.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean it just has grown out a lot, and now his curls are back, so that's great. Now, yeah, Henry's just made some caramel slice, as we've mentioned.
So
I believe in this room.
What do you call it?
Oh,
Kaz's slice.
the Kazas.
The Kaz's slice. The Kaz's curry. Kaz's caramel.
The Kazza slice.
Yeah, I mean Henry's up to all sorts. What is he up to? He's up to studying, and he's that's pretty much it.
He's up to something, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's always up to something. I'll
He's
tell
always
you that.
sneaking around.
Well, this is Sam, all the way over there. And Sam is a student at Victoria University doing development studies and film. He's a very good student. He gets good grades. He works hard.
It wasn't.
Sam
Why are you doing this like a Wikipedia article?
Sam plays football.
How have we known each other?
No,
so long
shush.
and we
I'm
struggle to introduce you?
actually going somewhere with this. Okay.
You're like one of my oldest friends, and you just
No.
This is how you
because I thought it was up
Let
there.
him cook.
I thought. Thank you. I thought that we were supposed to say what's been going on
right.
for So I was like, okay. So let me get there. This is what Sam's been up to. He's starting football again this year. Playing for one of the Vic teams. I believe it is a more social kind of grade?
There was just a real like kind of hidden diss.
Was
It felt like a diss.
really the way I said it?
Well,
Or the
It
way-
could have
just
been.
'cause you
It
specified
could
it
have
as
been.
social
It's
team.
kind of
Could've been
backhanded
either,
because
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like.
You just
"I want
specified
a
it as a
more
social team.
Social team sounds like I'm really athletic and like.
Continue.
Oh,
Continue.
oh, that's well, that's not what I meant, Sam.
He's not hurt.
That's not what I meant.
Well, thank you for coming back.
Well done.
You're
Hold
not done? Okay, do you want to
Oh,
go?
I'm not. No, I'm not going to stop you now. But I just wanted to apologise for being so rude. I was just trying to specify what you were up to, Sam.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming back and listening to us, and watching us. I do believe that last episode, 9 months ago, was a bit of a shambles at times.
Wow.
Especially if you were trying to listen to it as an audio production.
Really?
Because we
yeah.
left the room multiple
It's got
times.
no value.
There's zero value in the recording.
Oh, okay.
So we do apologise for any inconvenience that may have caused, and we always strive to be better in the following episodes.
Yeah.
We don't often put that much effort into trying to better ourselves in this.
We write 5
Let's
questions,
establish
we get through
this,
them in
though.
10 minutes, and then we
Well, yeah.
yap for the next.
Let's establish this. This is going to be the best P podcast episode you have ever seen.
Really?
Is that in the script?
That's what's happening today.
Is that obligated?
What script?
Is that an
What
obliga-
script?
Is that an obligation for
That's
them
an
to
obligation.
feel this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is, and it's
Wow.
an obligation. It's what we've committed to today. That's what.
Guess you're bound by this then.
That's what we said.
It's infallible church
We
tradition.
we sealed this in blood just before. So here's what we're starting with. What is
Why don't you introduce what we're starting off with? Henry?
for the podcast? We're going to start with some quick questions.
Okay.
Quick questions.
Quick question.
Well, okay, so here's what I'm going to.
You're in the next quick.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Bro, Nesquik
Bro.
was so good. The pink
Wait,
strawberry milk.
Dude, the pink one's the
Like-
girls.
What?
Wait, it's actually International Women's Day.
Today?
Yes.
What?
So I'd like to give a big
Yeah.
shout out to all the women. Just all of them.
Whitney Houston. Alright, in a minute, Henry's going to ask a few quick, easy questions for us to answer. We're all going to hit us with a popcorn answer. That means one of us is just going to straight away answer as soon as he asks the question. If someone else has something to say, they're going to interject and hit us with their answer. Sound like a plan? Go!
And so basically, we're just going to have a conversation about these questions. What is your least favorite song?
That one song, Chris knows the name of it, the one where that like it's 10 minutes long and at like minute 9 they go like with that report.
I know woman like the one I got by Jerry Garcia.
That song is terrible.
You showed me that. It was
Yeah, I
brilliant,
know.
bro. That's
Because
crazy.
when I was an electrician, my coworker started playing that on the job site at like full volume, and then we were like, "What is going on?" And then he was like, "Listen to this part, listen to this part," and then he was standing like.
Here's a wee snippet of the song for you. Hope you enjoyed the snippet of the song.
Anyone else got a least favourite song?
Ooh, least favourite.
Taking too long. Henry, next question.
What?
I'm
Who's
not a
your
massive fan of Olivia Rodrigo, to be perfectly blunt
Yeah,
with you.
true.
Like,
And
I
Taylor
the
Swift.
person was...
Ooh, careful.
No, hey.
Oh, I'm not saying personally, I'm just saying the audience.
Yeah.
She's probably the one artist that you're getting so finicky about.
Hey, I don't care.
People get upset as hell.
My brother in Christ, the average American would have to spend 519 years just being the way they are normally to use the same amount of carbon emissions that she did in the year 2023.
Damn, that's actually crazy, though.
Oh, shoot.
That's mad.
She took a 14-minute flight in her private jet this year already.
Across the city.
Like, brother, just walk. Like, literally.
I think you do overestimate
She flies to the other side of the
ability
living room.
to walk in American cities. Like, there are some cities in America
Okay,
where
but-
you genuinely, like, there's no pavements.
But for a billionaire, she can take a car.
That's fair.
She probably got 50 of them.
Just Uber, man. Just,
Yeah, she
you know,
can-
the
she-
premium Uber ones, you'll get as gold.
Yeah, she got a limousine.
You know what? I think about this issue's kind of been overhyped. There's kind of been we learned it. I know. Okay. So that's not to say that it's not an important issue to talk about, but I think because of who Taylor Swift is, there's a massive kind of thing about people taking the piss out of her for spending, for emitting so much carbon dioxide, which is a fair enough criticism. But I feel like there's much more important things and figures that we could look at and that we could critique about this sort of thing. This is Josh. Continue.
For Josh's sake, this is Henry, this is Chris, and this is Sam.
I was going to try and figure it out. Okay.
Okay. Would you rather eat
Blood clot is eating the coleslaw. It's just that straight cabbage.
That's mac and
It's
cheese.
cauliflower, isn't it?
That's mac and cheese.
Mac and
I
cheese.
can't really tell.
Just
the
mac and cheese.
sunglasses.
This time it's more cheese.
I thought he was just eating straight cabbage. I was like, brother. Continue.
Okay. Would you rather eat a chip straight? Okay, not straight off. That's not true. Off of Yannis's sock. A chip that has been on Yannis's sock, or a chip that has
Get a close up of this. Get a close up of
the
this.
floor. Like
Yannis's
that,
sock.
or off the floor.
Any day of the week,
I'm gonna
including after hours.
I'm gonna say the floor for sure because
Depends what-
Yannis. I'm assuming Yannis goes to the toilet, and when he does, he's wearing his socks. So I'm saying he's been walking around the house in this. It's basically got the
He had work
floor.
today.
It's got the floor of every part of the house. Like that's
I've been
the
rock climbing for
bathroom
9
floor
hours
on
with
them.
these.
It's got the bathroom floor on them
I'm
as well
gonna
as feet.
go with the floor.
And then the floor here
about flavour.
is definitely more clean.
I can't lie. I wish I listened to. I wish I listened to what he said before I ate this chip. This sock chip.
Yeah, finish it. Yeah.
Safety.
Anyway, okay, Yannis, what about yourself?
Well, personally, I know where these feet have been, so I'll take the floor.
Strange.
They've been in the same pair of shoes
What
for
about
like...
this song?
That's all. Mark,
For you.
actually, socks are chill. Like, get the flavour.
Actually,
As
can
long
we
as it's
keep
not the
the-
underside.
can we keep the sock away from the mic?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, actually, top side of sock is chill. Under city, not good.
Wait, what's the next question?
Yeah, that's the next actual question.
If you were going to fail your driving test, what would you fail it on?
Chris, I reckon Chris should start this one.
It's-
Personally,
sure.
failed. How many? 3? Alright,
No,
hell,
you failed 2.
He,
Okay, that's-
he didn't tell us about the third one.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was too embarrassed by it.
Well,
But you
I think
told
you
us
should start
about
off by
time
saying
to
what
drive.
you failed on.
So the first time I failed a restricted test, I failed because I failed to see the initial speed sign for it going to a construction zone and only slowed down on the second. The guy was like, I really want you to pass because you did really well, but I'm going to have to fail you. I was like, fair enough. I didn't even know. Second time I did the test, I stalled. Third time I did the test.
But
No,
I'd
that's
like to
actually-
intervene. The second time he did the test, he drove from Nelson to Blenheim to sit the test in Blenheim,
I
which is
didn't
about
actually score.
it's about a 2-hour drive.
This is the one I ran the giveaway.
You ran
Ah.
a giveaway. Damn.
Well, how can you
I-
run a giveaway?
I didn't see the giveaway.
All you have to do is give way.
I didn't see the giveaway.
he,
Sorry.
What do
did
you
give,
mean?
he did clearly didn't give way.
Bro just like carried on. Like, he just
The
like,
instructor fully let me. She fully
But
let
you're
me.
allowed to carry on with a giveaway.
Yeah, but you're supposed to slow down. They slow.
I
Oh, you just drive.
I just drove. I was just driving.
Oh, what's
brother.
the intersections? Okay.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. And the third time,
I stalled.
So that's actually stalling. I feel like is a really sad way to go out because it's just like one small mistake
Yeah.
at an intersection and
Yeah.
boom, like you've just.
And so much of it can be nerves as well, which of course for somebody who's failed it twice is only going to be amplified.
Yeah.
So, I empathise with my past self, but I don't really care anymore.
What was the feeling when you passed?
Relief.
Just relief, just
Yeah.
pure relief.
and you've got your fault now, right?
No. What? Well, I don't need it. I tried when I was back in Nelson. I tried to book it, but they now require you to book 10 weeks in advance.
10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
So-
What the? Did you go in person? Yeah, go in person.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I mean, that's what I did, and I got it like a week later.
Yeah. Well, So next time, but it's not exactly a critical thing that's on the
menu. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Not something that's cooking on the menu yet.
Okay.
Up in here.
Yannis, how would you fail your driving test?
Well, I don't know, because speeding, actually, that's a good one. I mean, I didn't make any mistakes in my tests except for one in my motorbike theory. I got 34 out of 35, but I'm pretty good at speeding, so that I reckon that's probably how I'd do it.
Like, you know the learner's test? The learner's test was the one I was closest to failing. Like, I was scraped through the learner's
You were
test.
32 out of 35 or whatever
I was something like, I was like really like on the line of getting it.
Damn.
Henry?
Did not prepare enough.
Well, first of all, I did fail my restricted once.
I thought it was just your full. No,
No,
you got your
failed
full
my- yeah.
first time. So, that's right.
I failed my restricted once, and that was for the reason that I was driving. I was at an intersection. It was a giveaway. I was turning left, and I didn't realize that I was turning into that there were 2 lanes on my side of the road to turn into. And in my defense, the lines were pretty faded, and it was raining. But I turned, and maybe it was, I don't know, I couldn't see it. I turned, and then I ended up like in the middle of the 2 lanes, and then suddenly I could see the lines. And then
Which intersection was it?
I don't know, somewhere in Tauna, I think. So yeah, that happened,
Cool.
and then that was a real shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also that's how I did fail it.
Yeah.
And yeah, personally, don't really think it was my fault, but I mean that's probably what we all say. So
So you failed by like technicality? You just couldn't see something?
yeah, technicality. It was raining.
He's just blind.
I just couldn't. I was a bit blind. I don't know. Maybe there was a sign that told me that there was going to be 2 lanes.
Yeah, but you failed to see it.
Yeah, maybe it was my fault.
Yeah.
Sam would fail from lack of knowledge answering questions.
Yeah.
I'd fail from speeding. Just Chris would fail for everything. Henry, technicalities. Josh, why would you fail?
So I failed my restricted for the same way as you pretty much. So
Okay.
I was at like a T junction and I was on the main road and I was getting told to turn into it, and it was in this really scody part of Rotorua. And there were no markings on the road, and I had to do it twice, and I just cut over like the corner of the upper lane. Like I did it twice.
Is that
Cutting the corner.
Yeah. So I cut the corner, and then she took me around a loop, and I was like, oh, I already did like my gap selection test because that's just down the road.
Oh, she was just trying to
And
catch you
yeah,
out.
and then and I went back again, and I obviously did it twice, and she was like,
was she like trying to give you a second chance?
yeah, give me a second chance to get it right.
Oh,
But
But she was just
damn.
desperately trying to fail you or something.
yeah. I take
He makes
2 bad ones to fail. Get it back.
I feel like out of like all the things you see people do these days, just on the road normally, that is like, I don't know, it just pisses me off
everyone
sometimes.
cuts
You're
the
literally
corner,
just at the T junction waiting to turn out, and some bloke like almost just like
Yeah.
takes
Yeah,
like your
swipes,
car
yeah,
off when you like they try and turn.
I
off.
hate people not indicating on roundabouts. It's not a big one.
Just people not
It just
indicating in general.
annoys me.
And
Yeah.
people being blind. Because, like, as someone who used to ride a motorbike, the amount of times I've almost been hit and killed, like, oh my god,
Right.
just open your... I reckon every person in New Zealand should have to, or probably in the world, should have to reset their full test after 5 years to be able to keep driving.
Every 5 years.
Every 5 years. And then once you hit, like, a certain age, I reckon you just don't drive.
What
like-
age would that be?
Hey, once you apply for your gold card, you lose the driver's license.
You got other perks now, man.
Yeah.
Can't drive anymore.
You got free public transport, why you need a car?
Yeah.
Well, maybe because the transport.
If you live in the Wops.
bad.
What if you live in the Wops?
Oh, what one?
Yeah, wow.
Alright, what's the next question?
Oh,
You know what I think people should have an age, like an opposite age for e-bikes. Like only people like older than like 60
Or-
should have an e-bike. Oh, people
Or
in
injuries.
Yeah,
Or injuries.
people-
No, I'd say older than 50 or like injuries, that means you
Oh.
like can't properly bike.
Maybe not anymore because like it's
Otherwise you're
useful for
lazy.
the planet and stuff. But like sometimes, especially when there was like a significant like shortage of it like back in a few years ago, I just feel like it would solve so much. Just get a normal bike.
Yeah, thanks.
true. Okay, I'm going to move to the next question now.
Alright.
Oh, this is a great question, actually. Sam wrote these questions, by the way. So thank you, Sam. What's your favourite childhood memory?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that was 2 different reactions there. What
Well, it's because like I explained that.
You can tell who's had the
You only
nice
remember
time.
the bad things from your childhood, though, right?
I was just like, oh.
It honestly might be when you and me found Scarfin.
That was a time. That was a great time.
That was a good like whole ass afternoon.
Oh yeah.
And we brought him up to that spot further up the brook.
Yeah, under the Black Terrace Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, actually, one that I've been telling people about so much lately is when you, me, and Skinner found those old street cones. Do you remember that?
That's what that stresses me out, man.
I know, and we would fake bicycle accidents and put cones around them.
Okay.
That was the best.
What?
And
That's terrible.
And then Skinner's auntie pulled up, recognised Skinner, and called an ambulance.
No, that's not true.
She did it?
Surely not.
No, she started calling, and then Skinner gapped it.
Why didn't you tell her I'm not dead?
Maybe she started calling
That's
like
not
Skinner,
good.
maybe she started calling like Tim, but she started calling someone, and then I just remember Skinner like getting on his bike and just gapping.
I swear, Skinner must have been the ringleader of this operation.
Bro, he was the one who had access to the cones because his dad was the counsellor.
Chris,
That was a great time.
I've got two memories that stand out to me. One of them was I must have been 3. I believe there's photos that exist of this time, but I was with my brother, and I think we were with our parents or my auntie or something, and it was autumn, and there were lots of leaves on the ground, and we were playing, and it was a park. So that was the memory. And it's one of those memories that you can picture like a frame, but you can't imagine the rest. The second memory, which is probably my main answer, would be, I can't remember who it was, but there was a friend who lived on the same street that I grew up on, or at least for a time, and there's a mud flat just outside our house, the mud flats, and we found these two. One of them must have been like, is it? No, it's not. A futon's the thing you put your foot on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not that. It was like a, like one of those pillows that look like this. And I don't know what else, maybe a foam mat, a small foam mat or something. But we just found these things in the river, and we were just running about and hooning on the mud, and we got all muddy.
Isn't like a sled kind of thing?
Yeah, using it as a sled, using these things as a sled, and it was a good time. I can still feel the mud in my toes.
Ooh.
I believe that's the time I've got a scar because there was a muscle right into my foot.
I'm gonna.
That was a different time actually.
I'm gonna bounce off that. One of my, I don't know if you were there, Henry. I think you might have been in one of the convergences. So at Kaiteri in just
Bethany
outside of
Park.
Nelson.
Yeah.
As the tide comes in from, it leaves like I don't know if it still does, but it left like a massive, just like mud pile in the middle of the where the sand and the water used to be when it comes out.
Yeah.
And there must have been at least 10 of us, and I just remember just having so much fun in that. We just literally there for hours just playing in the mud.
Oh, was that on the left side of going up the road? Yeah, I remember that spot.
It was so
as the tide goes out. Yeah.
Okay, there was mud everywhere,
On
afterwards,
everything.
But it was just so much fun.
The amount of summer memories you have, we all have jumping off
That bridge.
that bridge.
Dude, I've got so many cuts on my feet because you try and go longer and longer as the tide's always going out, and then one person jumps a minute too late,
Yeah.
and they cut their feet up on the muscles at the bottom.
And you were just always like,
I was just always jumping up. Yeah.
And then trying to get in just in case you got up.
Just in case you hit the wrong spot, and then you're like, okay,
nah.
done now.
Man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll say 2 memories. I think one of them was just me and my brother and my sister and my parents. We were on a road trip somewhere down south. I don't exactly remember now, but we stopped off at this kind of, I don't know, maybe it might have been kind of out, just in the country somewhere or something. I mean, I was very young. I was probably 3 or 4, so it's hard to remember exactly. And we stopped off and we got these possum tails from this kind of funny little shop or something. Well, yeah, these I don't know why, but anyway. And then me and my siblings, we had one each, and we tucked them into our pants, and then just like went around on the field pretending to be possums while my parents chased us.
Oh,
And then
That's
and
so
then
nice.
on the same
That's like a
road
Bluey
trip,
episode.
not long after, or maybe it
It's
wasn't
like
long
an episode of
before,
Bluey.
we, I think maybe all three of us threw up in the back seat.
oh,
Or maybe it was just me and George, but Ruby was in the middle, and then George threw up, and then I was like, my throwing up was triggered by that, and then he was like passing the ice cream container over to Ruby, and then I was throwing up into it, and we were just like,
That's foul.
yeah. Anyway, same story. That was I was not intending to tell that part of the story actually. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the other memory now, and this was at Cable Bay, in Nelson, where my grandparents used to have a house and a really cool property.
What a
With
great house.
a jetty onto the estuary and stuff, and I just have a lot of sort of I'm not naming like a specific memory from this time, but just the overall memories of going out and their little kind of like I think it was a decent size, but like a dinghy with an outboard on it, and just like kind of motoring across the estuary with the family and my grandparents, and it was just those were always good times, and just looking at the stingrays and catching fish and stuff.
I think I said look at the stingers you're catching them.
No.
Look, Granddad, look what I got.
Yeah, and also just like why you guys go? It's not electric.
Yeah, stingrays kill you like with the electrics.
Talking about
What?
talking about stingrays, I got one. Was it
What?
so?
No.
Peter,
It's a bar. It's a bar, but it's a
the
poison
CS
bar.
batch was one of my one of my just you talking about stingrays reminded me one of my favorite memories of like that kind of thing. Once again, it's got Skinner in it. It was during like a youth group thing that Miranda organised at that batch in the Sounds.
Wow.
And everyone had kind of swam out to the pontoon or like the jumping platform out in the water, and then like someone spotted or thought they spotted a stingray. So then some brave people swam back, and me and Skinner were on the only two kayaks, and then some people just wouldn't swim back. So me and Skinner had people like sit on the front, and then we'd ferry them like 20 meters back and forth to the shore. I love that as well. That whole trip was just so
it
awesome.
was so much fun.
Yeah.
I didn't actually go on the trip itself, which was disappointing. I can't remember why,
But you've been to the batch.
but I went to the batch, and me and Miranda visited the batch, so like I kind of like helped her.
Oh, yeah, you planned it,
I don't know
yeah.
how helpful I was, but
Like, you had game
I think she was
ideas.
just like pitching ideas to me because I was like the right age. But
Yeah.
I was there at the batch.
Yeah.
At least a few weeks ago now.
Really?
Oh, we have some memories from that batch as well.
But we must have told the pontoon story.
Have we told the
On the
pontoon
podcast
story on the
before.
podcast? Let's tell it again. People don't know.
Well, maybe they'll have to watch our podcast and tell us if it's in all of them. If it's in any of them.
And if not, we'll
I have from
If
my
it's
memory,
not,
I haven't
we'll-
heard the pontoon story.
if it's not, we'll tell you in 9 months when we film the next episode.
Time for another baby.
Yeah.
It's our baby. And Josh as well.
Yeah. Anyway, do we want to go to the next question?
Okay. If you won $10 million tomorrow, what would you spend it on?
I've actually thought about this. I have thought about this quite a bit lately because I bought my first ever lotto ticket a couple of weeks back. And during those whole like 3 and every time I've walked past any dairy since, I've been like, brother. I
always knew that Yannis would be the first one of us to start like gambling.
I've spent over $300 on scratchies, and
I brought Ollie some scratchies for Christmas.
they're so good. I love
He
scratchies.
got
just
them
had
in
to be
front
young,
of you.
you know.
He got into them.
Yeah, that one trip to gone back.
like professional
So-
poker players.
So I've also been wanting to play some blackjack or poker, just like online, just see every week dedicate like $20 to it. See if I
You can't lose if you played enough.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You can't lose gambling if you just never quit.
Yeah.
Like if you give up, you could have won that next.
Exactly.
You know all those motivational speakers? Like, you gotta keep persisting. You'll never let this thing down.
You gotta invest, right? You gotta invest more.
Yeah. Exactly. So the other week I bought
The
my
only way you
first.
lose is if you quit.
Exactly.
You stop trying.
So the other week I bought my first like $20 hot pick. I bought a
Terrible advice.
Yeah, $20 hot pick. Didn't win anything, but the entire like 3 days before they like did the draw, I was like, dude, if I win this $8 million, I'll never have to work a day in my
There's a whole
life.
psychology behind this.
Yeah,
like gambling.
I was like, okay, if I win $8 million, I'd buy 3 or 4 houses, rent them out cheap to students, and then I'd never have to live work a day in my life. Because if I'm renting them out for like $200 a week per room, and say it's a 3-bedroom house. 4 of those, that's $2,400 a week.
Be like Peter Jackson, just buy Wellington.
Well, I'd only buy like a few houses and I'd rent them out for cheap to students who can't afford them otherwise. And that way I would like have a steady flow of like income, which is still a hell of a lot. Like no one needs 2.4 grand a week. And then I'd still have 5 million left. I'd pay for my parents' home loan, my brother's study, and I don't know, give him some more so he can do whatever he wants. And then my sister, I'd pay for whatever she wants to study. Think equine therapy or something. And if not, if she doesn't want to study, I'd give her the same I gave my brother. Give my parents a little more. I don't know, just share it out a little bit because no one needs that much money. And then I think I'd keep working as a rock climbing instructor.
Just with big gold chains now.
No. That weigh me down. Weigh me down.
Carabiners just like
Always
solid
weight
gold.
training.
Yeah, solid gold carabiners. Yeah.
Just like iced up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, and then I'd like still want to get my qualifications, but like because I want to start like an outdoor firm where I can teach people who can't otherwise afford to learn about the outdoors, like in school, because outdoor education costs money. Schools are good in making it not super expensive, but it still costs, and there are definitely people who can't afford it. So I would then, and to start a firm where I can do it without having to make people pay, I'd need government funding. But if I had a few $1 million, I can just fund myself, and then I'd get all my qualifications still, buy just a nicer 4-wheel drive, and then just still travel around for a year, maybe do an extra trip to Europe or something, and then start my outdoor firm wherever I choose to settle down and just be able to teach like kids for free.
That's so wholesome.
You reckon you'd settle down straight away as soon as you went?
Oh hell
at this
no,
age?
not
No.
straight away.
Yeah.
If I won at this age, I wouldn't settle down till I'm
Yeah.
like 25, 30 at the earliest.
That's
I'd
a
definitely,
good answer.
I
That's a
definitely
solid
do
answer.
like a good 10 years of like, I don't know, I want to try and get the fastest ascent of some sort of like face on a mountain. I want to somehow get a Red Bull sponsorship. If I don't care what I do, I could jump off the Hikatea. I'd do a double back off the Hikatea if that gets me a Red Bull sponsorship.
Yeah.
That's the crane that, there's some guy jumped
Big
off
plate
it
crane.
like a while ago when Howard died. Yeah, not good. Cut that part out.
It's worth it for the sponsorship, bro.
And yeah, no, somehow I want to get a sponsorship. But so I'd definitely not settle down straight away. Hell no.
Yeah.
But at some point in the future, I'd do that.
Should we pass it this way?
Yeah, go on, Sam.
Oh.
$10 million tonight.
$10 million.
$10 million on black roulette.
Nah, bro, it's like Drake and he wins like 900 grand. It's like, we'll take. It's like, bro, that was 900 grand. It's like, yeah. It's just so unfazed. So nuts. We'll take. That's 900 grand.
Some people don't make that
I'd
in their lifetime.
probably,
Yeah, no.
I don't know, repay debts with friends and family, and
Yeah.
give probably half to charity, and then just chill.
Sell the rest.
Yeah.
You'd sell. Yeah.
But
You-
I
you
don't think,
liquidate-
genuinely
you're
nothing
liquidated.
special. Probably nothing special. Probably
Money?
give some money to my brother so he can start his business.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
But
You have to make it
Become a partner.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd give some money to Ollie.
Bro, just become a Shark Tank. You
Big
could be
up
the
something.
Sharks.
The biggest
Watch
shark.
this space.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I hate that show Shark
Yeah.
Tank.
Yeah.
Literally, there's these like they just like sit there like the way we're sitting, and they're just sort of like for like an
And then
hour.
they start saying numbers, and no one knows what they mean.
Yeah. No,
Like,
And some dude comes in
I'm
his
willing
pocket.
to offer you 20%.
Have you seen that one clip where the guy writes it down on his hand and he figures out what he's offering?
Yeah.
And then he's like offering him, he gives him like $2,000 or $200,000 and he's like, once you've quadrupled my investment, I take 3% of your company. And
Yeah.
this guy's like, what the fuck? You're
Yeah.
taking that much, I'm quadrupling
Yeah.
your investment and then you own part of my company for
It's
that.
like,
It's like-
yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, and the guy's just like,
And
You
like
serious?
the dude's just like trying to sell like a sponge or something.
yeah,
It's just
drug
like-
daddy, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck? But no, I wouldn't do anything crazy with the money.
I mean, we're all. Oh, I mean, at least I'm at the age where I just pay off debts, right? You've got debts.
Yeah, but you don't got 10
But
million
I'd probably
dollars.
go and like buy a plot of land that I want to like build my house on in the future and just leave it like empty. Because even if I decide to change, like not live there, I can always just sell it and it probably will have gone up in value, right?
true.
And then other than that, I'll just like go traveling all the time and just see
Yeah.
all that I can. Just
Would you continue studying architecture?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I want to get that done.
You studying architecture?
Yeah.
What-
yeah, I'm
what
not
year?
a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm third year.
Third year, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I've guessed, yeah.
Yeah.
I dropped out after try one. Well, I wouldn't get it to try two.
It's hard, eh?
It was tough.
First year's
Didn't do it for me.
competitive.
Didn't do it for me, so.
My first year sucks.
Yeah.
But I just looked at a pipe all day, but that's getting off topic.
Yeah. You use one from the start?
Nah. Used Revit in high school. Oh, I'd become a Revit expert. That's what I'd do. Pay someone to
Revit?
teach me Revit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Revit's really useful.
Okay.
But I don't no idea how to use it.
Okay.
Is there something like really random that you've always wanted that's just slightly out of your price range that you'll just go down to the shops and buy when you get $10 million?
I don't know. to be
Gucci
honest.
toe socks.
Bro, no.
Yeah, Kanye West slippers. You see that?
Hey yo!
They're like $20 now, but they used
Yeah.
to be like $500 or something.
Oh,
Something
wow.
crazy. No, I don't have anything like that. I don't think. Just the rent here.
I don't know. I think it's a hard question actually. I've been trying to think about it the whole time, but I mean I think I buy a jumper because I want another jumper.
Classic
And I-
Henry response.
Price $10 million and he's like, I'll buy a jumper.
I think I need another hoodie, guys. I think
What,
I'll buy
do you
it.
know-
Bro,
genuinely.
Henry does want
Would
his
you
feeding
drift
for
it?
hoodies.
Well
No, you can afford it. The
I've
cute
just
shop
only
options.
really got
Yeah.
like 2 jumpers that I'm like wearing at the moment, and that's probably just not quite. Like another one would be good. And I have jackets and stuff, but you know, like
Would you just upgrade the entire wardrobe then, you reckon?
nah.
You
I
could
don't
go
think
to you
Just
could go
the
to
jumper.
Muzz's shirts.
so. Hey,
Muzz's
I might go
shirts.
to Maz's tees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would also buy like a clothing shelf unit, something that I can put my clothes in, because at the moment all my clothes are in my suitcase at
Okay.
one of my
Well, you
walls.
got 10 mil. You got
So
10
now-
mil.
You've
so
got
now it's all that-
$990,000.
yeah,
You're asking me what I was spending on.
Now
You're
you got-
asking me.
You've got
you're
$9
asking me-
million,
you're asking me what I'm spending on.
$995,000 left.
Yeah.
What's bigger?
See, Henry,
Yeah.
you've used maybe $120.
Where does your heart go now
What
that
are
you
you
have
buying? What are you buying
now
next?
that where does your heart go now that you've had or now that you've got all this money now?
Okay, one more thing. I want to get the. No, I'll get there. But I'm just saying because it's part of. It's.
I want to get the
These
Xbox
are-
360.
Okay, actually no. Two more things. Because these are things that I've been thinking about recently that I actually want. So, I want a little plant to go in my little plant pot that I made, by the way. Because I actually recently, Lavinia and I did a pottery class, and we made these amazing little pieces, and they're. This is something that I'm really proud of actually, because I've never done pottery before.
He's
but
buying
loved
it.
it.
He's
I loved it and had a great time, and we both came out with 2 pieces each, and they were really nice. Anyway, so I made a little plant pot. So I need a plant to go in there,
Right.
and just just get a nice kind of more expensive but nice like plant to go in there, maybe $30 or something. I don't know how much plants cost.
Or you can get a bonsai tree.
Don't know what that is.
It's one of them tiny trees that's like lives.
Have you seen The Karate Kid?
Probably.
He would.
Okay. So it's like it's like a big tree but tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I want one of those. So
To scale you have to prune it and shape it.
I would also repaint one of the feature wall in my room at the moment because it's a kind of a green that I don't.
But Henry, your room.
And I want a queen
Also,
size
there-
bed.
You
and I want a
don't
queen
you
size
don't
bed.
own the house you live in, so you can't.
Yeah, okay. We're allowed to paint it. As long as
Really?
it's as long as it's not, because it's like they're already it's like a feature wall that's.
But if everyone paints it every year for as long as Ramsey's been a thing, for some years.
And they haven't painted it since it got painted when it was like renovated. So
Okay.
Anyway, so
Any big purchases, Henry?
big purchases.
A house, a car.
I don't know if I'm not sure
Are you
about
gonna
that
pay for
because
student loan?
I feel like I would feel a bit. I'd feel a bit strange, like just using this money that I've just got, like to buy a house, you know, because like everybody else just works so hard to get that.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily like I guess if it's a blessing, then you know maybe I just take that and I use it. But otherwise I would probably pay off my debts, like you know any family debts like siblings, etc. Then also and I think actually I would save maybe a bit of it to just make sure that like, later, like in life, like when my parents and stuff like get old, I can make sure they're supported and they're in nice places. Like if they have to go to like
Retirement home.
yeah, that sort of thing. Just make sure they're in a good spot.
Nice.
Yeah, to be honest, it's hard to know. But otherwise, maybe just try and find some good causes to donate to or something. I don't know.
Chris, what's your
But
vote?
it would be tempting to buy a house for sure. Just like be like, oh, just get that good house. But yeah.
I'd like to be that guy that would say I'd donate a whole bunch of it to charity, but I'm not so convinced that if I suddenly had plus $10 million in my bank account, that's immediately what I'd go to. So, I would. But yeah, you know, I can't just say as straight up as Sam did that I'd donate half of it to charity because I just don't think I would. I don't think I'm the sort of person that can do that.
You reckon you'd find it more like it would feel better for you if you actually went and did it? Since you've got all that money, you know, you could keep yourself safe. Go and actually do what the charities would do or be a part of it.
Oh, that's
Does that make
a
you feel
really
better?
interesting. Yeah, okay.
Like to actually
Perhaps
Like
I
set
mean,
something up. Like
Yeah,
actually.
set
like,
something
kind
up
of
and
grassroots,
go
but not really
whatever.
grassroots because
get
that's $10 million.
the rights to then whatever.
money doesn't
Yeah.
treat.
Yeah. Look, I mean, who knows? If I suddenly have, I think what I do know is I'd probably, I don't know if I'd finish my degree. Because you know, suddenly if my life had changed like that, I'd really have to do some thinking about what where I'm gonna want to lead my life. But for sure, then like what's certain if I had that money, is that I'd want to acquire an Omega Seamaster Aquaterra, which is a beautiful dive watch with the most gorgeous.
I was
knew
about
the watch
to
was
say,
coming
it's
in.
like,
I
where's
was like,
the
I'm not gonna say it because I know he's about to get there.
Yeah, man. I can't lie. That's my favorite watch.
We went to a watch shop like a couple of days ago, and like my G
Oh.
looked at literally every watch, and he was like told me the specs of it and like what like little things that were on there. I was just like, okay, buddy.
It was I had the time of my life there. I mean, I was so confused.
There were these like sort of like middle-aged white guys like with their watch things, sort of like milling around, and then Chris is just like hopping around his doors, and I'm so excited.
I was telling you about like the history of all these different. Anyway, so I love watches, bro. I'd 100% get a whole bunch of nice watches, a couple of vintage buys. I love Omega, so I'd probably just get some Omega stuff. But aside from that, I'll just go skiing.
Yeah, actually, that's a really
Just
good
in the Swiss
one.
Alps,
Yeah, Austria, Swiss Alps.
Austria, France, Mont Blanc's in France.
France is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
There's
never
a
been
ski,
skiing.
there's a ski field in Germany that does like nice.
Come with us
skiing.
Have you ever been in snow?
Yeah, I've been to like Rainbow up and down.
Send-
I've been to a skiing field.
Sam,
I've never been skiing. You
come
don't
with
ski?
us this year. I'm serious. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
I'm serious. It's the best time. Yeah. So, honestly, because look, I went skiing last year. There were a few of us from Wellington who have a contact who has a contact.
I have a contact.
We've all got this mutual friend who has a friend who organised this kind of ski trip. So we and there were a few of us from Wellington who just went up, and it was the most fun I've had in so long, because it was like, it was just going out of winter, but the snow was like so thick. It was a gorgeous day. I got sunburned. I hadn't been skiing since year 6, so this was the first time in I don't even know many years, just about a decade, and that I've been skiing. But it came pretty naturally, and it was such a blast. I'm not good at skiing, but it was so much fun, and I think I know, like, without a doubt, if I had money and if I had time, then I could spend that, and I'd really love to do that, going skiing and making those memories, because it was such a great time, and to be able to experience the world in that sort of climate, I think was so different to what I'm used to, and it did make me feel quite humble, and kind of seeing how big the mountains are, and all the Bible verses that talk about the mountains. I mean, just I don't know, imagine this distant thing, but actually being there kind of makes it so much more real to reflect on. So I really like skiing, so I'd go skiing and buy some watches, and I would like to say, but I can't definitively say that I would give a lot to charity, give a lot to the church, you know, just make, because I know that, you know, this is being spent wisely rather than on my own things, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I do, if I go skiing or not. What matters is that other people's lives are actually being uplifted. And if I'm in a position where I can do that, then I think that that's the right thing to do. That's me.
Just off the side of the back of that, I'd play a lot of poker with my money.
Just like
I turn that
10
money
million
into
on-
more money.
10 million on red for real. Just for
Bro, straight away just lose it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, look, if you lose it, if
nothing
you
would
lose
be
it, your
different.
life's back to normal. If you lose it, life's back
nothing
to
would be
normal.
different, right?
no,
But-
pay off your debts and then.
Bro, imagine the adrenaline you'd be feeling.
You should be sitting there. Like,
Okay. Oh, this is actually, I like this question already, because I feel like this one could have some very differing perspectives. Going to the movies, what are you buying for snacks?
Well,
So this is what I knew
No,
somebody was going to say.
it's too
Do
expensive.
not buy popcorn.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, okay.
no, without price, no prices.
Okay,
No,
but
it's
Are we doing-
we gotta do price.
are we doing the way that we
It's a big
actually
factor.
go to cinemas? Because I've gone to cinemas with you quite a few times, Henry. We go to the dairy across the road.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it.
You're actually buying from the cinemas,
Buying
and price
from
doesn't count.
what they have
Okay.
here.
And
Yeah.
price doesn't count.
And price. I think
Price
it
does
does
count because it's a realistic debate.
Yeah.
Okay, realistic debate.
You gotta take this.
The only thing
what do
But
you
that
buy?
don't just talk about price.
At what point in our lives? Like right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, your go-to.
For the rest of your
Well,
life.
I mean, when I was an electrician, I had money to burn. Like, so
Oh, right, okay,
I would go in there and I'd buy
What happened, man?
everything.
Poker.
The only thing that's worth in the cinema, like food-wise, is the popcorn. Anything else, just get some.
Brother,
Even the
yeah.
popcorn's not worth it though.
The
eh?
popcorn's the
I
least
think I'm
worth.
starving.
What?
I
if
think-
go in there.
Popcorn's so good.
Also, popcorn.
No, it's
it
great, but
it
it's
just-
way too
No,
pricey.
because it also just like makes my mouth really dry and like
Yeah.
I just feel really.
If you buy the popcorn, you gotta buy a
desperately
drink.
want it, and then eventually it just like makes my mouth feel really weird.
You're like
And
2
then-
hours into a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
Just
at that
dying.
point, and it's like it doesn't even matter what you drink. Like your mouth just feels bad, and I just wish I hadn't had popcorn in the first place.
I always get an ice cream with chocolate dip with the nuts on it.
No,
I was gonna ask who
Those
does
are
the
nice,
ice
those
cream.
are nice.
Who does the chocolate dip ice cream?
But the problem,
Nice, aren't they?
the problem with the ice cream is when you buy the ice cream, it is nice to have an ice cream, but if that's the only snack you're buying for the cinemas, I'm not saying we don't all eat our snacks in the first half an hour anyway,
Yeah.
but the ice cream's gone in 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
hell,
Yeah.
you probably
Facts.
haven't even got through the ads.
That's the thing. That's the thing when you buy ice cream and popcorn. You have to have the ice cream first so it doesn't melt, and then you have the popcorn, and that just feels wrong.
I
know,
always,
there's something about
I
it.
always buy one of the, like, in the cinemas in Nelson, you can get this, like, combo thing, obviously. Most cinemas you probably can. I've only been to the one in Nelson, I think. And you get a drink, and then you get a pack of something. So I always go for the just normal M&Ms.
Pack of Marlboros?
Sometimes the peanut M&Ms, and then just a Coke.
Yeah.
That's the go-to for me.
Coke in a cinema Coca-Cola in a cinema hits completely different, bro. Like you'll be like I don't.
nobody was thinking that.
No one
playing,
thought
I'm
that
playing.
Sam was sitting there at the back of the seat.
Glad I bought my own snacks. Ah!
For real though, but like
Easy to
it
smoke.
is. It is. It's just the soft
They're only
drinks taste so
looking
much
for
better in the cinema.
They're only looking for chip packets, to be honest. You could bring like gummies in, I reckon.
I bring.
No,
always
bring
always wear my
anything,
like massive coat. Just
Yeah, yeah.
So-
No, it's not the
Yeah.
London.
Or literally anywhere. The way you do it, I'd always have like, you know, you wear your hoodie and then blah blah blah. I had a pack of like pink smokers or like something like that. It's like small lollies in my pocket. I'd give them my backpack because they take it off you. And then I'd like slowly walk away and I'd turn around and be like, oh, forgot this. And I'd just give them back I'd give them the lollies that are in my pocket. And then they feel bad. They probably don't care. But when I was younger, I'd be like, and then they feel bad.
False
And
sense of honesty,
they
you
won't
give
search
them.
the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, false sense of honesty. And then I walk in with like a bottle of Coke in the other pocket and like a pack of M&Ms and then
Still
like
1.5 litre.
no, like one of the smaller ones.
Sorry,
that
where were
fits-
you putting those?
boy. And like, yeah, I'd always just like give them some lollies and then just walk in with the rest. Which, honestly, not necessary at all.
Yeah.
The people there are like 17, 18, they don't give a fuck who's bringing, they don't care who's bringing in lollies. So, yeah.
I think I've definitely established that I wouldn't buy popcorn, but I think I would get. I think I would either get L&P or Fanta. I feel like Fanta is.
Fanta's
Okay,
so good.
yeah. See, I was
Fanta's foul,
I knew it was
man.
gonna be a controversial one
No.
because I feel like most people I talk to are just like so anti Fanta.
Fanta's the
It's so good. It's just orange fizzy, man.
Like it's such a cinema thing to have.
Yeah,
Like, it
exactly.
feels
I don't
so
want it. I
special
don't want
when
it
you
so
have
much in real life, but it's just like through that straw
Yeah.
and then that.
With the ice,
Big-
and it's just like.
Yeah, there's something
Like
about
the
that.
ads.
Fanta, the
You
only,
seen the Fanta ads? They're so annoying, man.
the only time I've enjoyed Fanta lately was with Josh and he brought us mango vodka. That was amazing with
Yeah.
Fanta.
Fanta and
Otherwise,
mango vodka. If you like Fanta, can recommend.
otherwise, I'm not a fan of Fanta at all.
Yeah, and probably just Maltesers as well. Like Maltesers.
Maltesers.
Maltesers go home.
I think I'd go with the Fanta and the Mars pods.
The Mars. I haven't had
Can we-
Mars pods in a while.
Can we try and settle on a drink and a snack that we would all be happy with?
M&M's.
So it's not
Sure.
Fanta.
M&M's is pretty universal.
L&P?
I'd be fine with L&P. It's not the top of the list.
But what's
Be
wrong with
honest,
Coke? What's wrong with Coke?
I'd
Yeah.
rather Coke.
Okay.
I'd say Coke.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Coke.
yeah.
L&P's always going to quench me more.
Not as much as I do, though.
Okay.
Bro's quench.
So we've established. Okay, are we going sugar or zero?
With sugar.
Sugar. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
with sugar? Yeah.
If
and
you're
no
going to the
alcohol.
cinemas, you're treating yourself
Yeah,
anyway, so
exactly.
you're gonna have.
Just not drink lead.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Actually,
going Coke, and what's our snack of choice?
I feel like
I
you
would go
can't go wrong.
Skittles, personally.
Oh,
but
no,
I think
no.
that's controversial.
That's like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'd say
Maltesers?
M&M's.
Yeah, M&M's you can't go
No
wrong.
peanuts.
We can't just go with Yannis's.
M&M's but no
choices,
peanuts.
man.
But it's very basic.
Maltesers are way better.
Yeah, I would go
Really?
Maltesers
I'd go
over
with
M&M's.
Yeah,
I-
Maltesers.
Really?
Ooh.
So these two Maltesers.
Cuffs up, boys.
No, I'm Maltesers. Oh,
These two aren't Maltesers. It's us three against them.
Okay.
Do you guys like democracy
I'm
or
fine
not?
with Maltesers, but like I prefer M&M's.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
just slap.
We think the opposite, but
We could
I think we're also
do two.
just about as happy with M&M's.
I'm just about as happy.
Yeah,
but how are you guys
Okay.
just about as happy with Maltesers?
I'm
go to two
not a
movies.
mad fan of Maltesers.
Okay, we
Okay,
can
we'll
do
do
M&Ms.
Coke and M&M's.
Yeah.
Coke and M&M's.
See, that doesn't sound like something I'd
I
do.
know.
It's so vanilla.
Well, what is there to
I'll
say?
have
What
a
do you
plain
say?
Coke and plain M&M's,
Yeah, but
please.
Josh, what would you say? What like non-white snacks are there to get? And
Ramen.
it's like
Jolly
ramen. Did you
Ranchers.
say ramen?
I did.
But it's
Like you walk in there and
deliberate.
you're like, hey, I'd like a curry, please. Like, no.
One chicken tikka masala.
Have you gone to have you gone to like the new cinemas? Like
The new one in
the
Richmond,
Silky Otter
the
one?
Silky
They
Otter.
deliver it like
serve
halfway
you
through the
food.
film. They just like give you like
Yeah.
like
They
curly
messed up my
fries.
order though.
See, that's what I
I was
reckon.
upset about.
What if you went with the popcorn and then you got an ice cream when you're in that fucking dried up state?
Yeah, no,
The
really
vanilla
good.
ice cream would be good.
The
And you
new-
all in a 3-hour movie, you always need that toilet break, right? You
Yeah.
need that toilet
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
You go to the toilet, you dash to the counter, you get that ice cream, and you lap it
But
up
then the
during
problem is,
climax.
the problem
I
is,
think
the problem is,
they should have
Josh.
an interim for toilet breaks.
Yeah.
yeah, there
Yeah,
should
fair.
be, especially in those long movies.
They
But
get so clogged up.
I
I don't know
But
why
Josh,
they don't.
Because also they give you such a big drink. And then,
True.
Crazy.
yeah,
What's with that, man? Give me a smaller drink for $5.
They'll get more money because they'll
I
get
just
their
want a
bonus
diaper.
to buy some more snacks.
but yeah, that is true. But the problem with yours is, Josh, if there isn't like an interim for toilet breaks in those long movies, you're either leaving, you're gonna potentially miss out on an important detail, or
I just come back.
you go to line up for the thing, and if you're unlucky enough that another movie is about to start, you're waiting in line for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the problem. I reckon you could like. do
But
some
with the new
crazy shit.
cinema in Nelson, you can say like, "Hey, popcorn now. I want an ice cream an hour in," and
Really?
then
Can you?
no, they're still chaotic. Yeah.
they're still chaotic. But that place is
you can
expensive.
say you can say what times you want stuff to come in. And
Yeah.
yeah, they do full like burgers and
Yeah, they got
chips and
Man.
curly fries.
But obviously you're paying
Good,
double
but
dish, bro.
You're
they
paying
just
double.
put some of the wrong things in there. I'm picky.
But I mean, to be fair, the poor workers that work, they have to like walk down and try and. Oh no, because you
But
know
they're
my
big-
seat number.
there's
Yeah.
quite
Yeah,
and
so
they're
they
quite,
shouldn't
like
get it wrong.
big chairs and like big aisles. Like it's
Oh,
all very spacious.
Bro,
Yeah.
everything in that cinema, the headrest adjustable, the legs adjustable, the arms, everything you can move.
But
to.
then like you have some guy go burger for Yannis.
Oh, and in the middle of the
And you're like,
Bro, like
That's me,
a
man.
little horror movie or something, like during the climax, bro, busts open the door, bro. I got French fries!
It's just like you
Just
just
eat
like
bones.
screams it.
Yeah.
Like you hear that McDonald's order like sound, and you're like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Should we wrap up?
I think this is a good place to wrap up. Oh.
Wait. Get that one.
Hold
I
on.
got the chips.
Okay. Okay. This is a good place to wrap up.
We're gonna sing on the outro.
Thank you all for watching. We might do. We might do in just a moment. Yeah. Thanks for watching. It's been we've been the P podcast.
Plus
We've
Josh.
been Sam. We've been Yannis. We've been Chris. We've been Henry. We've been Josh.
Let's just quickly state our old gamer tags.
Oh
no.
god.
Okay.
How old? I've had like a series.
What
Just
you always were.
any-
I was always extra diamond 398. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Extra
crazy.
with an X, not an E.
I'm the horse MP3.
What about back in time?
Oh well, I probably didn't. I don't think I had one.
You were Bird Boy.
Really?
You were Bird Boy. And you had on the 360 you had the big yellow smiley face.
Okay,
course you did.
Bird boy.
Okay.
Then that's me.
you're a big yellow smiley face. guy.
I've always been into breath. So then I was ASCII kipper for a bit.
Yeah, I remember
Then
that.
I
What's
was
your email?
yeah. Oh yeah, it used to be. And then I was kipper. Then I was kipper PDF, and now I'm still kipper PDF, but also Chris Avocado. I just said before. So
Okay, I was always starting off. I think the first one I can remember, I was always Yanni the Yak.
you've always
Oh,
Yeah,
is it gonna be?
But
So-
a lot more recently, yeah. A lot more recently, I've been Grandma Susan, and
Grandma Susan.
I've been the old mole rat.
the old one, right?
From the back in the rodent den
Back in the
days.
rodent den.
Oh,
back in the
dude,
day,
there
the
was time.
Those were the
Yeah.
days.
They were the
I remember
time.
playing Final Countdown like 5 times on repeat when I was trying to hack down that last little bit of that goddamn tree stump.
Dude, that was a great. Remember the stairs?
That was actually
we
epic.
worked
I want
so
to do that
hard.
again
Let's try it.
because I feel like we could do that so much better now too.
Oh, 100%.
We could do like a.
We just don't have
actual
time. No, like no one
awesome
has
thing.
Yeah.
time.
No,
That's
this
great.
summer
Adults
it's
now.
happening. This summer. we're
Hey,
gonna
I'm
do it.
only going to be in
Sounds
Nelson
so
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I'm
Probably same.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing this
Yeah.
summer, but at some
Oh,
point
we'll
be in the same
figure it out.
place.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, Sam, hit us with it.
I guess the most iconic one is going to be Samuel
Samuel
Campbell.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know. The Samuel
Hey!
Campbell.
Samuel
That-
Campbell too.
that is-
Yeah, Samuel Campbell 10 is probably the most
Shoot.
probably the most iconic, and it's like spelled without E in my name, like SAMUL CAMUL 10.
That's meta.
Okay.
So Samuel Campbell 10.
Yanni the Yak.
End of breath.
Birds boy.
The Taunter.
He's changed it up. All right.
Nah, it was.
Bro, I was so
nowadays
embarrassed.
it's
Extra
fixed with flex.
Yeah,
tape.
fixed with
and
flex tape.
also,
I'm proud of that one.
by the way, we've just decided on our signature
Oh no.
wave to say goodbye to you guys. So we'll just do that now if you don't mind.
Come on, Josh.
In Naughty Parts is affiliate, Espíritu Santo, I mean.
Okay, that's it, guys. Hey, well done, everyone.